Hi, everybody, and welcome to this new series for small groups on Christians in the workplace. Did you know that your job matters to God? It does. He cares about every detail of your life, including the work you do. And He wants you to do your work for Him. In fact, the Bible says this in Colossians 3:23. Whatever you do, now that includes every occupation, whatever you do, work at it with all your heart, as working for the Lord and not for men. Did you know that? How you think about this verse will greatly affect how you see your job. And how you see your job is going to determine its meaning and its purpose in your life. Now, whether you work in a factory or you work in a farm or you work out in the field, your work matters to God. Now, you might be running a family business or you might be staying at home running a family, but your work matters to God. Whether it's paid or whether it's volunteer, even if you're out of a job right now, your work matters to God. Now, that's why it's so important that you learn to see your work from God's point of view, God's perspective, God's paradigm. And God says, whatever you do, work at it with all your heart. With enthusiasm, as working for the Lord, not for men. God is your real boss. Now, the material in this 6-week study was developed by our friends at Azusa Pacific University under the leadership of Dr. Paul Schreier. Now, they have graciously given us permission to customize this for our small groups here at Saddleback, and I want to thank you, Azusa, for letting us do that. Now, over the next 6 weeks, you're going to find each session has 2 primary components. First, you're going to watch a video of interviews that Paul Schreier did. He conducted with real people who are living out their faith at work, and they're really good. You're going to enjoy these. And he interviewed 27 people from all kinds of places and a variety of professions. Now, along with the interviews, you're going to have a weekly Bible passage for your group to read through and then to discuss together that is appropriate for our study on work. Now, let me give you a little preview. Here are the topics that we're going to study, and I'm very excited about this series. Session 1, we're going to look at how God equips us to do the work that He has given to each of us. And the Bible says He planned our work even before we were born. Session 2, we're going to look at work as ministry, not as something you do in addition to ministry, but as a ministry. In Session 3, we're going to see how work can be an opportunity for spiritual growth. It's actually a discipleship factory. In Session 4, we're going to begin to understand how work develops moral and ethical behavior, develops our character in us. In Session 5, we're going to talk about how to share your faith, how to have spiritual conversations in the workplace. And in Session 6, we're going to put it all together. And we're going to talk about the need for patience and perseverance as we work for the Lord. Because a lot of times you feel like just giving up. Now, when you understand this perspective, God's point of view on your work, it's going to have new meaning, new purpose in what you do. It's going to be an exciting journey, and we're going to do it together as we look at this very important area of your life. Why is it so important? Because next to sleep, the number one thing you do in life is work. So let's get started.